Hello, and welcome to English Story for Learn. This channel is the perfect place for you to learn English through stories in a fun and natural way. In today's video, we will enjoy an English short story for beginners, The Lion and the Mouse. By listening to this story, you can easily improve your English listening, speaking, reading, and vocabulary step by step. Remember to turn on the subtitles, read along, and repeat after me to practice pronunciation and comprehension. Don't forget to subscribe to English Story for Learn for more short English stories with subtitles every day. One hot afternoon, in the middle of the jungle, a great lion was sleeping under a big tree. The lion was strong, powerful, and feared by all animals. As he slept, a tiny mouse ran quickly across the forest floor, looking for food. Without thinking, the mouse climbed onto the lion's paw, then ran across his nose and his golden mane. Suddenly, the lion woke up. He opened his big eyes and let out a loud roar. Roar, the ground shook, and the little mouse froze in fear. With one quick move, the lion trapped the mouse under his heavy paw. The lion growled, "How dare you disturb my sleep, little one? Do you know who I am? I am the king of the jungle." The mouse trembled and squeaked in a tiny voice, "Please, mighty lion, forgive me. I didn't mean to wake you up. I was only running and playing. Please, let me go." The lion stared at the helpless mouse. His sharp teeth shone, and it seemed the mouse would not survive. But deep inside, something unusual was about to happen. The tiny mouse shook with fear under the lion's heavy paw. His heart was beating fast, and his small voice trembled. "Please, mighty lion," the mouse squeaked, "I beg you to spare my life. I am so small and weak. If you let me go, I promise I will never disturb you again." The lion laughed loudly, his deep voice echoing through the jungle. "Ha, you, a tiny mouse! How could you ever help me, the great king of the jungle? You are too small to be useful." The mouse looked up with hopeful eyes. "Even the smallest creature can help the biggest one someday. Please believe me. If you show me kindness now, I will remember it forever. One day I may return the favor." The lion shook his great mane and thought for a moment. The idea of a mouse helping a lion seemed impossible. Still, he was amused by the mouse's courage and words. Slowly, he lifted his paw and allowed the little mouse to run free. The mouse bowed politely and said, "Thank you, noble lion. I will never forget your kindness." Then he quickly disappeared into the grass. The lion could not stop laughing. His powerful voice rumbled through the trees. A tiny mouse helping a great lion. That is the funniest thing I have ever heard. He laughed and laughed, shaking his head in disbelief. But as he looked down at the trembling mouse, something inside the lion began to change. He thought, "This little creature is not dangerous. He is only small and playful. Perhaps I should show mercy." The lion slowly lifted his paw. The mouse was free, but he still stood quietly, looking up at the great beast. "Go, little one," the lion said in a softer voice. "You are too small for me to worry about. Run back to your home." The mouse's eyes shone with gratitude. "Thank you, noble lion," he squeaked. "I promise I will never forget this day. One day I will repay your kindness." The lion chuckled again. "Repay me? That is impossible, but your words make me smile. Now, be gone, before I change my mind." With that, the tiny mouse bowed and ran quickly into the tall grass, while the lion lay back down to rest. A few days later, the great lion was walking proudly through the jungle. He felt strong, confident, and free. But suddenly, hunters hiding in the forest threw a large net over him. The ropes were thick and heavy. The lion roared loudly, shaking the ground. "Roar, roar! But no matter how hard he pulled, the net became tighter. The lion fought with all his strength. He used his claws, his teeth, and his powerful legs, but the more he struggled, the more the ropes cut into his skin. Exhausted, he lay on the ground, trapped and helpless. The king of the jungle, who once scared every animal, was now caught like a prisoner, his golden eyes filled with anger and fear. "How can this happen to me?" he thought. "I am the strongest, yet I cannot escape." His mighty roars echoed through the forest, reaching far and wide. Many animals heard him, but were too afraid to come near. The hunters planned to return soon, and the lion knew his time was running out. But then, from the distance, came a familiar sound, the tiny squeak of a little friend who had not forgotten his promise. Hearing the lion's loud roars, the little mouse ran quickly through the forest. He remembered the day the lion showed him mercy, and now it was his turn to help. When he reached the big tree, he saw the lion trapped in the heavy net. The mouse called out, "Don't worry, my friend, I will help you." The lion looked at him with tired eyes and sighed. "Little one, you cannot break this strong net. It is too difficult, even for me." But the mouse smiled bravely. "Even the smallest creature can do something important." Without wasting time, he climbed onto the ropes and began to chew with his sharp little teeth. Bit by bit, rope by rope, the net began to loosen. The lion stayed very still, watching in amazement. "This tiny mouse is saving my life," he thought. Soon, the ropes snapped, and the net fell apart. The lion was free. He stood tall and shook his mane. "Thank you, my little friend," the lion said warmly. "You have proven that kindness is never wasted." The mouse squeaked happily. "Now you see, even a mouse can help a lion." Now, let us take a moment to review and learn from the story The Lion and the Mouse. First, a quick summary. The story begins with a mighty lion sleeping peacefully in the jungle. A tiny mouse accidentally disturbs him, and the lion catches the mouse under his paw. At first, the lion wants to punish the little creature, but the mouse begs for mercy and promises that one day he might return the favor. The lion laughs at the idea but decides to let the mouse go. Later, the lion is trapped in a hunter's net. This time, the mouse comes back, chews through the ropes, and saves the lion's life. Together, they learn that kindness, no matter how small, is never wasted. Now let's look at some important English words and phrases from this story. 1. Mercy. Mercy means kindness or forgiveness shown to someone who could be punished or hurt. Example, the teacher showed mercy when she gave the student another chance. 2. Trap. A trap is a device or situation used to catch or stop someone or something. Example, the hunters set a trap in the forest to catch animals. 3. Promise. A promise is when you say you will definitely do something in the future. Example, she made a promise to help her friend with homework. 4. Kindness. Kindness means being friendly, caring, and helpful to others. Example, a small act of kindness can make someone's day better. 5. Courage. Courage means bravery or the ability to face fear or difficulty. Example, the mouse showed courage when he spoke to the lion. 6. Gratitude. Gratitude is the feeling of being thankful for something good that happened. Example, he expressed his gratitude by saying, "Thank you." 7. Repay. Repay means to return a favor, or to do something in response to someone's kindness. Example, she wanted to repay her friend for helping her move to a new home. Now, let's practice using these words in daily English conversation. Thank you for your kindness. I promise I will call you tomorrow. The mouse showed great courage. The lion was trapped, but the mouse repaid his kindness. These sentences are short and simple, and you can practice speaking them aloud to improve your pronunciation. Remember, repetition is the key to fluency. Next, let's talk about the lesson of the story. The moral of The Lion and the Mouse is very clear. No act of kindness is ever wasted. Even the smallest creature, like a mouse, can make a big difference. It teaches us that everyone has value, no matter how small or weak they may seem. It also reminds us that we should not underestimate others. The strong may sometimes need the help of the weak, and friendship can grow from unexpected places. This story also shows us the power of gratitude and promises. The mouse kept his promise, and the lion felt gratitude when he was saved. In life, keeping our word and showing appreciation are very important qualities. So, what can you do after watching this story? First, review the subtitles again and repeat the sentences aloud. Second, practice using the new vocabulary words in your own sentences. Third, remember the moral lesson. Show kindness to others, because kindness always comes back to you in some way. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and leave a comment with your favorite word from today's story. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to English Story for more English short stories, fairy tales, and daily practice videos. Thank you for watching, and remember, learning English through stories makes studying simple, natural, and enjoyable. See you in the next video.